talking of Aston Villa, can they genuinely win the league? The answer is yes.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, when you look back at Leicester City's Premier League winning campaign, there were a couple of players that stood out. And obviously, Riyad Mahrez won PFA Player of the Year. Vardy scored an unbelievable amount of goals.
Yeah,
there are now players that are getting into that level.
Kante, Buvey.
Douglas Luiz is getting, not to Kante's level, but he's getting to individual brilliance.
So, mate, John McGinn.
And what about Leon Bailey?
John McGinn, no footballer has ever been better, apart from maybe Branislav Ivanovic, at getting their buttocks between the man and the ball and not allowing the man to get anywhere near the ball.
Yeah, and then turning on it and flicking it in. Yeah.
There is a man who utilises his big arse really well.
I hope you're not,
you should do.
I hope you're not listening to this, John McGinn.
No, it's a compliment.
I don't have a big ass. How do you know?
He does utilise his...
He's been fantastic.
He's amazing.
And if there's going to be a season...
John McGinn is everything I want Enzo Fernandez to be.
Yeah, exactly.
He's everything I want him to be.
Their whole midfield is now surpassed your midfield. It's probably better than United's midfield without Casemiro.
And Emery.
He's done so well.
Emery is everything I want Pochettino.
Pau Torres. I mean, how much money of all these clubs that we're talking about spent money on centre-backs?
Mate, Ollie Watkins. You know, in terms of like a manager elevating a player. Ollie Watkins is now... Ollie Watkins is now a legitimate England suggestion.
Yeah.
Ahead of any... I think he's Harry Kane is a given. You then can easily make a case for the second person being Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
It's exceptional. Do you think that... Can they actually win the league?
I don't think they can win the league. I think they're definitely in a top 4 race. I think ultimately... the squad isn't good enough.
Is it difficult for you to say they can't win the league when I just say in 7 days they've gone to Tottenham and won?
No.
They've beaten the champions. They've beaten last year's champions. They've beaten last year's runners-up in 7 days.
That's huge.
There's probably times where we've seen other clubs do something mad like that, like a Brighton or someone get those results in the season.
Like that.
But it's we also seen them go to Forest to lose?
Yes, like one occasion.
I know, but that came after a European game.
What's happening, everyone? I'm so sorry to interrupt your clip, but I have some huge news to bring you. This is very important. You could win a lot of money, all thanks to Super 6. Midweek fixtures. You could win £250,000, all by selecting 6 scores correctly. It is that simple. It won't cost you a penny. You download the Super 6 app, you join our mini league, the code is CLUB23, and if you predict 6 scores correctly, you will win £250,000. Check this out though. On the weekend, there is a rollover. So the amount that will be offered to you is £750,000. Surely now you have to download the Super 6 app. Join our mini league. The code is CLUB23. Play totally for free and potentially win loads and loads of pie and mash. Enjoy the rest of the clip.
Those Conference League games will kick their ass a little bit. Having those Europe League games get moved and now we have to come back. That will kick their ass a little bit. I also think Unai Emery is not the kind of manager to kind of go, let's knock that on the head a little bit. He's going to take that really seriously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think they're a serious contender for top 4. I genuinely think they're a serious contender.
I think they're a serious contender for the
league. I just think if an injury happens to Watkins.
But Leicester City only won the league on that premise.
Yeah.
Because Kante never got injured. And strange things happen is injuries happen a lot these days, unfortunately.
Also, the fact that so many teams are dropping points
I'd rather have that than having to sign someone to be the answer.
The fact that so many teams are dropping points means that they're probably...
It's a flat league. If they went on a run of winning 10 in a row, they could win it. They could take it out of everyone's hands because everyone's...
Is it 15 in a row?
We can't beat Chelsea. Chelsea get results against whatever. Arsenal can't beat... everyone's beating everyone, taking points off everyone else.
If you don't think Aston Villa are in the title, I think they are. And the reason I think they are, firstly, Emery, but secondly, that week, what they did in that week, it just changed
I think they are now, but I don't think they will be in 3 months. 4 months.
For them to become so my line in the sand for me to then count them as title contenders was the 7 days that we just had where they accrued those 3 wins. What would need to happen for you to believe that they're still top-ish around New Year's Day?
The thing is, I got criticism for doing this with Arsenal last year. God, they're not going to win it, lads. Do you know what I mean?
No, but is there
almost like an expectation of Manchester City to just turn it on and do it, but also a realisation that for Aston Villa to win the league, and I know I'm saying this, they've just beaten Man City and Arsenal, but they not only need Man City not to perform, they need Arsenal not to perform, they need Liverpool not to perform as well.
Or they just need them to not perform as well. It's not that they need them not to perform.
They need a lot of things to fall in there.
They need the title. They need the title accumulation of points to be 84, 85.
I think it's going to be mid-80s this season, 86 maybe.
And if it is that, I believe that they could probably get it.
I think they can smash all the sides around them. I think in January they can outcompete with a lot of sides. Their transfer strategy in the last 4 or 5 years, underrated.
Yeah.
Martinez has come in, Bailey's come in,
is it
Diaby's
fair
come
to
in,
say-
Douglas
Carlos,
Luiz has
man.
come in,
Diego
Carlos from Seville, Paul Torres.
Outside of PSG, Unai
Leon
Emery
Bailey's
has never
brilliant.
won a league.
Outside of...
PSG, where he wouldn't have really had a title race, which is why I said that.
But he hasn't ever really been at a club that's capable.
No, but would that not count for something?
No, because I think he's got the experience of doing it. Pochettino's only won it in France.
I mean, he's done very good in cups, and they're obviously
yeah.
difficult competitions to win. And
Yeah,
there'll be pressure games.
he's retained European silverware, man. Like
His fundamentals as a
elite.
manager, he keeps the back line so tight.
He's
He's got
elite.
a top keeper. You win Premier Leagues by conceding, 25, 30 goals in a season, being shrewd at the back. They've got that in spades. Their midfield's powerful.
Yeah.
I do think they have some good after. Don't get me wrong. They brought on Diaby and someone else over there, and I thought, I said, you got that on your bench. That's pretty strong. But that's where I just think they'll fall a little bit
Watkins
short.
gets injured.
Nevertheless, they've got very rich owners.
Exactly. In
And
January,
if they're in second or third in January, they should take that seriously and go, hold on, let's push further for this.
I think they do
because
that
we've got
now.
a manager that will attract players.
Yeah.
And even still, they should be getting Champions League spots. You know why Man United, Chelsea are just being used
They
to
will get Champions League, though. Do you think they'll get that?
I think they've got a huge chance.
I mean, I don't know who finishes above them. If
Because seasons are a long season, innit? We saw United finish above Newcastle last year, and you go, wait,
Yeah.
United finished above Newcastle, how did that happen?
Yeah, that's true. That is
But
true.
it happens, and
That Thursday night could bog them down in a big way.
I just don't think it will. I really don't.
I think
I think
it
they're
is.
fine. I think they're fine. I think they definitely get top
They have
four.
to play. You know that starting 11 that is smashing Arsenal, smashing City.
No, there's loads of depth.
2 or 3 have to play. 2 or 3 have to play in those games. They do
You know, I've been
You
impressed
have
with
to play Ollie Watkins
how
eventually.
so
Torres
do Man
come in.
City.
You got Diego Carlos, strong
Man
back
City
line.
have to do that. Everyone has to do that. Arsenal have to do that. Like
So why do we say that the Conference League and the Europa League is a hindrance when the Champions League isn't?
No, but it is a hindrance.
The Thursdays,
No, it
maybe,
is
I
a
don't know.
hindrance. It's just a bigger carrot. But it's not a bigger carrot to them. Of course, the Champions League is a hindrance to Guardiola as well. But it can also inspire. It can also
That's a very,
galvanise.
very good shout. Yeah, it's a
And-
great
and-
shout.
the Thursdays thing.
What's the difference?
It's the same amount of time.
Days sometimes, 3 days.
Wait.
max.
I don't think they play.
Wait, what's-
there's-
what's
So if you go to a Europe game,
Thursday, Sunday.
sometimes you
Saturday,
play Tuesday
Wednesday.
on a Champions League. You know, a Tuesday.
Yeah, sometimes you do, but sometimes you play on a
they
Sunday.
don't
in
get
the
less
Premier League.
time. They don't get less. They get the same
You
amount
get
of
less
time.
time, bro.
Why?
And you're usually going further.
They have an extra round, don't they?
They,
Extra round.
they have an
travel.
extra round.
Trust
But
me.
I think it's the same amount of time.
Why is it
For
further?
Thursday, you get back on a Friday. You've got no training on a Friday, and then you've got a match on the weekend. It's horrible, bro. Teams can't like if you want to do a league challenge and you know Europa or you play, it's difficult.
But
man.
I don't understand the difference between
never been
Thursday,
done.
Sunday, and no, it's never been done because they're usually the weaker teams. They're in that competition.
And you also play. It's the Tuesday or Wednesday thing.
You know when
bro.
you say it's further, mate, they're not travelling on EasyJet.
No, I know that. But it still counts when teams are getting back on.
Also, realistically,
when
it's
teams are
still-
getting back Friday morning because they played on a Thursday night.
But when it's in Europe, it's only worst case scenario. It can only be another hour and a half, can't it? It can't be much further. It's Europe.
I remember that next time we booked some flights.
No, but what I mean is,
Simon's like,
Make sure we do it on a Wednesday, lads.
No,
Can't
but
do
what I
Thursday.
mean is, if it's in Europe, the easiest it could be would be Holland, which is an hour. The hardest it can be is Cyprus, which is 4 hours.
There is something about the
still an
Europa League
impactful.
fixtures on a Thursday that makes players just less. There's something about it. I think
Now,
players like playing on
Friday-
Saturday.
Friday mornings they've got off.
Seriously.
They're
You
rested
mental?
on Friday.
What, you think this is just like a weird?
I think
Impact playing
Tuesday, Saturday. I know it's arbitrary. It's all just the same amount of time at different points in the week. Tuesday, Saturday is way better than Thursday, Sunday.
Also, it's
Thursday,
like-
Monday. Trust me.
Also, it's like
Trust me.
you know, like
Wait, I can't. You can't just say trust me.
you know,
You
in
need to
terms
give
of
me some actual
preparation as well.
insight.
there is no.
you know, in terms of preparation for a game.
Yeah.
All right, let's use it from just a logical point of view.
Trust me.
Right, you've
Tell
got a
me.
game.
I'm trusting you.
There
You've
aren't
got a
many
game
examples.
on Thursday and you got a game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, you've got Liverpool in the league, yeah. Thursday, you got whoever in.
In Belgium.
Fucking Belgium
Nice and
or
close.
whatever.
Yeah.
You get back Friday morning from Belgium, yeah. Now you got to rest half your squad Friday because they've just played a game or whatever.
Yeah. This is all identical to what
You've got no match day training for Liverpool on Sunday now. You got 1 day of training basically on the pitch for Liverpool.
But this is
that impacts teams.
This is identical to Man City in the Champions League.
It's not.
It's not. It's something
Why
about
not?
it.
What are you talking about?
So when you play on a
there's
Tuesday,
an element of fatigue. There's an element of. I don't know how it happens, but there is an element of fatigue on the Thursday fixtures. An extra added element.
I think we should get a manager on to explain
I bet
it.
there is.
All you got a social.
But you're basically telling me that the vibes. You're basically going, trust me,
But
trust
I
me.
haven't read a study from MIT
but then why are
telling
you
you.
so key? Then why are
Because
you so
I've seen Man
convinced?
City play in the Europa League. I've seen Man City play in the Champions League. I can see a visible difference. Playing on Saturdays,
I've seen
there's
it
just
as
more
well.
energy.
Okay, I've seen Chelsea.
I've seen
I
it
could say
unite.
exactly the opposite. I've seen Chelsea win the Europa League twice.
I have no
and
bias.
finish in
You
the
know
top-
me. I think
Hang
Villa
on,
should be going
hang
for the
on.
Europa League
Just for the
Conference League.
record, I've seen Chelsea play in the Europa League twice, win it twice. I've seen Chelsea both times finish in the top 4.
Yeah.
So what are you on about?
But it's not as if what I'm on about as an individual person. Managers come out about it, fans come out about it, players have all come out about it in various aspects around football and said Thursdays and Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Monday. It's really hard, rigorous schedule. Football pundits have been saying it for years.
People would say exactly the same thing about the Champions League.
I've not heard
All I'm
people
saying
say
is there's
that.
no. It's
That's
because
what
they
I'm
love
saying.
playing in the Champions League.
That's your
You
opinion.
can't moan about being in the Champions League, basically.
Thursdays is fuck.
I don't know.
I reckon if the Europa League was Tuesday, Wednesdays, no one would have an issue with it.
I don't think
less
anyone
so.
does have an issue with it.
Less issues. I do. I hate it.
Yeah, but you're a Man United fan.
And I better get used to it because I'm going to be back in it.